There is never a coincidence when it comes to me reading and the things that come up as I'm preparing or sitting or feeling the call to. And I feel the call that I'm going to post this later than I'm recording it. So we'll see when I get the okay to send it out. But just for context, like Spirit's like put something cute on your lips. Like put something on. Like I've just been in cleaning mode. It's day 2 of my bleed. I've been like really slowing down, and I heard in my mind, and this I feel like is going to be the indicator for a lot of you if this reading is for you, which is I heard like the sort of command center that would count down a launch of a rocket ship. And so I just heard 9, 8, 7, and that's what I heard was those 3 numbers: 9, 8, 7, and then it like kind of gets quieter. So I feel like you're in the space where like you're in this liminal space of the launch where like the command center's still counting it down, but you're preparing yourself for this launch. So if that's something that you're feeling is present for you, stick around. If not, totally fine. I did pull up a spread on my phone because Spirit's like, no, this is gonna be like very specific. So I'm like, okay, cool. If that's resonating with you, stick around. If you guys haven't met me yet, hi, I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here and Astremia on my other account where I do evolutionary astrology. I have a newsletter. It's the best way you guys can support me. It's called Letters from the 8th House. I channel the upcoming transit straight to your inbox every Monday. It's totally free. It's just a little guide point for the week ahead. That, if this reading does resonate, is the best way you guys can support me as a creator. Okay, we're going to pull 8 different cards. Yeah, we're going to pull 8 different cards for different positions. Oh my god. Yeah. Whoa. I'm already feeling so much energy as I'm starting to pull. Okay. That's that. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. 6, 7, 8. Whoa. Okay. So, starting out this, I should have just paused and pulled. I'm sorry you guys had to fast forward. Some people needed to drop away, though, from this reading, and this might be multiple parts. I don't know. I just work here. My readings have been longer in nature because I feel like there's just more to chat about lately. So, to begin, the sort of like what is being born in this cycle right now, the void. This is very significant. Today, when I'm filming this, my phone is at 44%, and before I started it, my other phone was at 55%. I have 2 phones. Okay, anyways. This is your core energy. This is like where you're finally like, you're no longer resisting the void. You're no longer resisting this sort of call inwards, the call from the darkness, the call from the dark mothers. There is really this energy of you settling into, I'm hearing like the sound of silence. And not, I know that song is like very heavy, but it's like the core essence of like just being still, stillness, reverence for just the process of like patience. And it's like you already know this launch is coming. You already know this. And you know, the catalyst of this is dissolution. As you're in the void, this for me is reminding me of like the pelvic bowl. This card is like the higher octave of water. This is the alchemical essence of dissolving. This is very Neptunian, very Piscean. So this eclipse portal, you knew was going to be important, and this is confirmation for you. You knew that this time was going to be important. What's activated this sort of push is you connecting deeper to the mystery of life. You're no longer resisting, like, I feel like for some of you, you might have been maybe protecting your spirituality or your beliefs in a way that like you're like, everything's way too abstract and people don't understand. But now you're just like, it's not like I don't care about how people perceive me. It's more like you're not bothered with it. It's 11:44 and it just turned to 11:45. And when I'm filming this, you no longer like this. I feel like this has been building up like a reservoir, like a dam. Like you are now overflowing with so much connection to spirit that you're not holding it back anymore. And an example that's coming in my present life, because I feel like I'm right alongside with you guys in this collective, is I was on the phone with my mom and she was telling me some things that was going on in her life, and I was already able to like see through what she was saying and be like, see the undercurrent of it, and I was able to like, bring that up in a way where I was like, this is, and I no longer resist talking in a way of like, this is what I feel would be beneficial if you sit in this energy, if you witness this. I'm no longer just being like nodding and smiling. I'm now using my gifts with all the people around me. Like how I show up here, I'm showing up in my daily life this way. And here's a reminder, guys, I'm another person like you. Don't put me on a pedestal. I am a girl. I'm doing work. I'm actively showing up. I'm pushing myself to, it's not even pushing, but I don't know why I'm getting into that. But like for some of you, you might have needed a reality check. Like, don't make me your guru. Like I'm not. I'm just articulating energy that's in the field. Okay. Moving forward, we have your body. This is like, how is this showing up somatically? This is sugar. It's like, oh my gosh, I just heard from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, toot sweet, toot sweet, da 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 da. When they're in the like candy factory, dancing around, it's like you are like noticing, and I'm seeing like the crystalline structure of sugar too, very akin to like how this looks like a galaxy. It's like you are really recognizing like that your shift of your perspective and you like just allowing yourself to be surrounded by your beautiful spiritual depths and like what makes you you, what makes you unique, what makes you special. And it's not even like this. Some of you are like, but we're, everybody's special. And it's like, yes, but like you're now like, you're able to see life through a lens that is like, I heard like a kaleidoscope. Like you're seeing just so much more in a way that is so deeply like sweet for your inner child too. There's like, I'm seeing in my mind's eye like mythical creatures, but it's like a lot of like chimeras in my mind's eye. Like it's like your inner child might have liked like the combination, like I'm seeing like griffins or like a like a cat owl. Like it's very interesting. It's like your imaginal world is kind of meshing with this present reality, and it's because like you're embodying, I feel like, a lot of mystical archetypes that you've adored since you were a kid. That feels very niche, like your favorite book characters, your favorite like movie film, like these sort of imaginal things. You're just like, you're embracing the fact that you've always been deeply enamored by fantasy instead of making it a bad thing. I knew you guys were my people. I'm gonna pause here because we're gonna go so much deeper. And if you're resonating with this, again, subscribing to my newsletter and my readings are open. If you feel that call to work with me more deeply, and I want to invite you guys to my Discord server because I feel like you guys and I and all the people that are in my community, you guys would all get along. So I'm going to leave this here. We're going to jump into a part 2. Okay. Also, this is part 2 to my last message. Definitely go check that out. Also with this sugar card, I'm feeling like you might be craving more like sweet things. Like I saw like a mango or like some really like juicy, dense fruit. I heard juicy fruit. Funny. Okay. Now, the fear with this, right? Because there's a lot of movement happening in your life. Hold on. And what's coming to mind here also, by the way, if you guys haven't met me before I get too deep into this channel, I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here, streaming on my other account. The best way that you guys can support me as a creator is subscribing to my newsletter. It's called Letters from the 8th House. It's where I channel the upcoming transits straight to your inbox every Monday, guide you through the week ahead with my gift and knowledge of astrology. Okay, because the fear that's coming out here for you guys, like, why are you resisting this sort of like bigger pull, right? We have calcification and sparks of light, and it feels interesting. Okay, the goddess Pele just came to mind, and also like what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, it's making me think of the scene in Moana, the first one, of the goddess where she's like a lava storm, right? Where it's like this is what she's known because something was stolen from her, right? Her the heart of Tefiti. Oh, and I'm getting full chills right now. Holy fuck. Like there's something. Your rage is, it's like I heard like your innocence being stolen from you, and that's where this fear comes up, and it's very fiery. It's very like, because what I saw was like lava meeting water, and just, you know, bringing in the dissolution card again, because that's like sort of the catalyst. Is it's kind of like you need to like submerge yourself, not, and for some of you it felt like, maybe even it felt like what you would see as a energetic rebirth. There's a part of you that is deeply afraid of being submerged, of being put under. And what's coming to mind, whoa, this is really intense, now we're getting in it, is on a journey that I went on personally, it kind of felt like resisting. And when I say journey, I don't need to go into the details of that. Anyways, you're being like, the void is kind of terrifying you. I'm not gonna lie, where it like feels like you're being pulled under from reality and like suffocated. And that's where this fear, like, this is, it's your fire. You feel like your fire is going to go out if you, like, the part of you that has resisted this level of surrender to your calling, to your, and it's weird because it comes in waves, is what I'm seeing. Is it's like coming in waves. It's coming in waves, and it feels like you're being pummeled by yourself. It's like you versus you. You don't realize that it's your future self. Oh man, it's your future self and your higher self that's like, just get in the fucking water, just relax. And you're just like, I can't relax. But then you get these glimpses, these knowings, and you're like, oh, it's okay. But then it feels very somatic. It feels very like, oh, whoa. It feels terrifying, friends. It feels terrifying because it really is this sort of, oh, holy fuck, this is really intense energy. It's terrifying because spirit and your future self, and I feel really emotional, and that's what this birth portal is. And no wonder I'm filming this on the day of like Saturn and Neptune conjunct 0 degrees of Aries. I wrote all about this on my Substack. Like, this is a birth initiation point for you guys. This is like you letting this fear go and it not control you, and like you like letting yourself surrender to this deeper calling. It's going to dismantle everything that you've believed up to this point. And that it's making me think of like faith deconstruction a little bit, of like how terrifying that could be. And I just saw like a lamb, like a baby lamb, like trying to stand for the first time, where it's just like, you've been so, they're showing me like the Queen of like Wands being asked to step into the High Priestess, and it's like a whole, like, you have to go through the journey of the major arcana for you to do that again. And so the Queen of Wands is gripping so tightly to like her wand and is like, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to let go of this power. But then you get glimpses. And I know I'm focused on this fear for a hot minute because it's really important for you to recognize that it's, and Spirit's like, it's okay. It's okay. And when you do surrender, and it's reminded me of like sensory deprivation tanks, where like you can get so like in this space of like no sound, no sight, no nothing. It's like stripping away your humanness is almost terrifying, for you to become this deeply magical primordial being, like you really being a channel for that. Because the power you're reclaiming is the uncreated. This for me, I'm going to create a guided visual journey on this card. Subscribe to my newsletter, because that's, I'll let you get, I'll send an email out when this is done. Because this, and I've had countless of people message me from my community and through email asking for more guided vision journeys. So I hear you guys, and I just saw 555 on the timer and it's 11:55 and it just turned 11:56. It's like, each time you notice like something, it's already shifting. That's how fast you're changing. So this is the dormant thing that's waking up, is there has been, and I'm literally seeing like this is like settled in your heart space. This is the heart of Te Fiti. This is like the, oh my God, this is the energy that you are choosing to reclaim. And if you don't know what I mean by heart of Te Fiti, your homework is to watch Moana. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter where you land in your life. Like this is your call to action. Watch that movie. It's going to bring some things up in you. And I'm getting emotional because I'm thinking about her story. And it's like, there's a part of you that can really resonate with like wanting to go beyond what your family. Oh, whoa. Holy shit. Like wanting to go beyond your family's story, because you know that this adventure, this calling, this sort of surrendering to something deeper is going to take you beyond your family's pathway. Like they've only known something up to a certain point. This is like you choosing that, like, I know that there's something within me that only I can create. And it's like this energy of this card is pulling you into a deeper trust, a deeper level of self-sovereignty. You cannot follow the path of people around you. This is you paving your own path. This is something that has not been created before. And it's interesting because you have already entered this energy before. Because if you look back at your pathway up to this point, you have not followed the beaten path. You've always stepped off to the side. You've always kind of like strayed from the path. It's like I'm seeing a pathway in the forest and you'll jump on the like deer paths and then cross back over. It's like you always return back to the like straight and narrow, which is a phrase used in Mormonism. Follow the straight and narrow path. Just follow the straight and narrow. Don't stray from it. Don't stray from it. God forbid you stray from the straight and narrow. Sorry, my lineage is coming through with that. And so I've been testing those boundaries too. Ooh, ow. I just got like a sharp pain, and that test of the boundary, that like at a DNA level is intense, because everything in you is screaming not to from a DNA level, but your higher self is like, it's okay. And so you are paving a path for society, for the collective consciousness that has yet to be created, and it can only come through you. The devotion that's required for you to move forward is the reddening. It's true embodiment. It's true meeting of mind, body, spirit. This is very Virgo energy. And Virgo gets a bad rep because Virgo is like, oh, perfectionism, Virgo is when the mind and the spirit and the body are unified in order to embark into relationships. This is you like really settling into knowing thyself, knowing your purpose. It's like settling into your bones. Like I see like your spiritual body and your physical body finally coming into unity. Okay, we're gonna go into part not 2, but 3. Not 6, 3. I heard 3, 6, 9. So like again, steps are moving a lot quicker. So okay, meet me in part 3. And definitely if you guys can support my newsletter, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Okay, so I almost feel I'm gonna read this card. This is part 2 This is part 3 of my last reading. Interesting. My ego was like, restart that, Izzy. Restart that. You need to do better. You need to... That is important to note. I caught myself. And that's like literally the active work of this reading, of like literally catching that human response. Not that it's bad, it's programmed. It's the catching the programming. Like your neuroplasticity is shifting, guys. Okay. If you want to understand this reading more, please go watch the other parts. You don't have to. And if this is the first time that you are joining me, welcome. I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here. The reason that username is here, which I feel like naming right now, is because I tell real, raw, honest truth. I am not here to bullshit ya. So, with that being said, welcome. The best way you can support me as a creator is subscribing to my newsletter. It's called Letters from the 8th House. I write about the astrological transits for the week ahead. That's like the base foundation of my newsletter. It hits your inbox every week. And additionally, I'm going to be writing some more deep stuff about my process there. So I'm ripping open my heart for vulnerability's sake. Okay, so this is the devotion required, right, for this like launch phase that you're moving into. This is life force, kundalini, and blood. Okay, again, spirit was like, put something on your lips, so I'm not surprised. Red is very important here. The reddening indicates a full expression of the work. That's what's coming in. It's like you finally choosing to embody. Interesting. I have this like mug that keeps my thing warm, my coffee warm, and it just like illuminated, and it just shifted to red as I set it down on its little charging platform, and now it's red. Right? It's like embodiment. Everything is alive. The heart pumps, the cells celebrate, and blood sings its way through the body. What was dormant has been awakened. What was once considered base is now noble. Aches and pains are integrated, shadows are acknowledged and interwoven. When the reddening card appears, it signifies health, power, and a climaxing of the work, a coalescing of what has been learned. The laboratory is no longer separate from the alchemist or from the work, but the three are now one. What occurs in the body is reflected in the world and vice versa. Through the process of reddening, we move out of the head and into the physical body. More specifically, we reach the heart. Just a little reminder from the last reading. The heart. It is there the alchemist finds the sacred ingredients of power and kindness. Like, this is literally you bringing into form, and it's like the physical step to take to bring this into form is to bring it into form. We have Mars in this space. This is literally you choosing to embody this. You choosing to take your spiritual gifts and your powers, and you're like, I'm no longer separating that from my life, from my embodiment. Everything you choose. Hold up. There was like, whoa. Everything you choose. Choice is so important here. There was like a phrase of a song that like as soon as I said that, it was like coming in as I was saying that, and then it left. I was like, what is that? There's and on my eye caught on my vision board, it's now become a divination tool. As Spirit said, you'll understand what this is for eventually, Izzy. The miracle of lightning, and there's lightning here. Like, inspiration is coming in, and that's the spiritual gift. Is like you're no longer resisting your intuition or your instinct. Like, this is the mind and body and spirit coming together. Again, that Virgo energy. Like, you are allowing things. I saw 404. Like, you can no longer go down pathways that are not in alignment for you. You are really taking more steps forward. We're gonna pull one more card for this to like kind of push that energy. What is the next physical step? The darkening. It's like, whoa, and my screen on my other phone turned dark because I have a spread that I'm doing specifically for this reading. If you didn't see the first part, go watch the first part. Okay. Or be yourself, guys. Like, this is literally you being yourself, because you are this person when you are alone. This is about like integrating it into like your everyday movement. Now I'm hearing a song like Everyday People. Bum, bum, bum. That was like a Utah song. I was born and raised in Utah, Mormonism. That was one of my story arcs. If you guys didn't know that, if you're new here, yeah, I'm hearing like working hard, like that song's coming through. That's so interesting. The darkening has the physical, it's like you actually choosing to take a step into the darkness. You actually choosing to let the void work through you instead of against you. That's like the biggest arc of this energy. That is the biggest arc of this movement through you, of this unity, okay? And now this last card, it's very interesting. This is like a sort of erotic charge that I pulled in with this. This is something that I've added, that I wrote down, right? What life force energy is building with this, and we have lead. This for me, friends, is you starting fresh. You starting fresh, especially in the story of connection. You starting fresh in, and that I feel like this is really like the deeper undertones of this whole reading, right? Like where this origin story began, like where everything kind of came from, which is like your pattern within partnership, within people, within how you related to people, is starting fresh. This is starting from lead. Like you can no longer choose to engage with people in the past way that you used to. You have changed, and so your relationships in turn are changing. Like again, it's like choosing to start anew. Yep. And we have rotation and wise salt coming out to confirm that energy. For me, this is saying like, this is like this life cycle story, and you're starting at the Fool's Journey in this new iteration. Like you already, Spirit's throwing video game analogies in because I love video games. And so it's like, this was like, up till this point, this is like, I teach video game design classes. So random sidebar for some of you, I'm like, that like kind of reeled you in a little bit. When it comes to creating a physical, like creating a game, it takes time. I'm seeing like the whole development process, and then that game's released. For whatever Dark Souls is coming to mind, like the first Dark Souls, like, and then there is another inception for the next game, right? And so you're in the inception period for the next iteration. And now it's kind of like the beta testing right now is like, you're in beta form right now, where like you've kind of launched this out into the world in certain areas to certain audiences, but now and by launching, I'm talking about you. Again, this is, and that's bringing us back all the way to the start of this message, which I heard the countdown of something launching. This is now about to go into the markets. You as a person, like you are finally, you've done the beta testing, you've gotten the feedback, you've gotten the like words that like you've connected with people, you've connected, and now it's like you have the wisdom. And now I'm thinking of video game levels, like when you level up, you have more things to add, but there's also then harder levels or harder bosses, harder, like the people around you also level up too, and so the engagement is changing, but you have knowledge with wise salt, and you know that this is a part of the process. Last thing, the moon. Yeah. High Priestess energy yet again. I'm really feeling like this is something, everything I've spoken to you with this entire reading and all of its parts, you've already known. This is not news to you. This is a confirmation that you are ready to like embody this energy out in the world, and to like, it's again, this integration of all of these evolutions of your identity into one. A fog, yeah. And that's a big part of this too, is like, you know it, and you get glimpses of the action to take, and then you take the action, and then the fog surrounds, and that's okay. That's a part of this movement forward. That's a part of this storyline and story arc for you, is trusting yourself to continue to move forward, even if you can't physically see. That is the void. That is the void working through you. It's you choosing to take action, even though you cannot physically see in the 3D. You're operating in different realms at different levels. And again, it's like, now I'm seeing like your essence kind of splicing into different pieces. And it's like, you know that you're doing a lot more work than just on the physical plane. But now it's the integration of the physical plane without your physical sight. And that is the movement forward. And I feel like I just spoke in a riddle here at the end, but for those of you who understand, you understand. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here. Again, I'm going to create a vision journey, so subscribe to my new